Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a Silver Tracer. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, that definitely helps me out. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below to see what my rates look like, hang out with the community, all sorts of cool stuff. Okay, so your partner is a Pharah, and you have a Lucio BAP support line with Sigma Hog tanks. Okay.
Attackers incoming.
1 second.
Stop the payload.
Good, good. We have our Tracer. Fine. You hear the Reaper. You just let the Reaper walk right past you. Like you saw his foot. Okay. That was a lot of poor trigger discipline right here. I don't mind if your aim's bad. Totally fine. Totally fine. She's gone, but we can call this bad aim. But, like, that's a lot of time that she's... Like, that is a lot of time. That was most of your clip, that she just wasn't there and you were still correcting, etc. Like, if she's not there, it's okay to let go as you sort of reacquire your target a little bit. That was a lot of spent ammo. Yes. Yes. The scarf. You also didn't need that recall, but I can live with it. It would be very dangerous for you to stay back there. Yeah, okay. I just really didn't like that you went in that early to start. I'll live. You might not, but I will. Why would you then lose your high ground? No. No, just blink across to the other high ground, if anything. Please don't fight these guys head on. You're Tracer. No, you're putting yourself in this situation where their backline can see you and only pretty much you, and they're going to deal with you. You want to be shooting at people, you want to be shooting at them from here where the backline can't see you. You could shoot at the Orisa, you could shoot at the Lucio, etc. Or you want to let them come up a little further and then go in on their backline. You don't want to push in like this right into their backline seeing you when their backline only has you and Hog to pick between, and only you and Hog are really threatening them. Sigma, okay, fine. Sigma's threatening them a little bit. This is early. This is early to be going in.
I could use some healing.
It hurts so much. No. This is not the direction Tracer engages from. What are you doing? You just used 2 blinks. If you were going to use 2 blinks, go this way. This way. So you're obsessed with Mercy. That blink did absolutely nothing for you. You were behind cover, no one was looking at you. It helped you move a tiny bit faster, and only a tiny bit faster. And it was your 3rd blink, so you went down to 0 blinks to move a little bit faster while you were behind cover and no one could see you. Not worth. You're going to want that blink back later. That blink wasn't any better. Okay, you're going to reload. Fine. Who are you on? Are you going to make the Mercy move even though she has sound barrier? Fine. Did you see where she went to? You can stay on her. You can use your last blink if you want. I don't love it, but you can do it.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Did you just pulse bomb a full health Orisa? You know both of their supports are alive. Do you think your team is going to follow up on this? Okay, you're going to follow up on this. Good. And you didn't have recall. Yeah, that's about right. But you did have 3 blinks. That's painful. When enemies are looking at you, you blink to dodge them. You could have easily just been like, oh, Reaper's looking at me. Let me blink over here, and I could hold my aim steady on the Orisa because I know where I'm going to blink to, and you'd have kept doing the same amount of damage to Orisa. But Reaper would have had to turn and find you again. Would have been great. The Orisa pulse bomb, not the drink? Yeah, fair enough.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei. And she's back in the game.
Are we just going to fight enemies from in front again? Where are we? What are we doing? Oh, now we're shooting them from a million miles away. Okay. Now we're not even in while our Pharah is ulting. So when our Pharah is ulting like that, we want to commit pretty hard. Whenever we're using any committal ult like that, we want to commit pretty hard behind them. Even if we have to spend 2 of our blinks to get in, it's worth doing to support the play that is being made with a big ult like that. Okay. Why did you recall? How are you going to get out? Oh! Hog's going to body block for you. Okay. No! Give me the color I want. Can I not have pink? Okay, cool. This is the enemy team. It's just not going to play nice, is it? Oh, I have to click. Got it. I'm bad. We'll call this your team. I don't love what your team is doing, but this is what your team is doing. Big yellow. Tracer should not be with her team. Tracer should not be here. Again, the enemy team is all here, and they are looking this way. Blue team is here, and they are looking this way. If we insist on taking this fight, which I don't recommend, our Tracer needs to be somewhere else. Our Tracer could be over here. Our Tracer could be over here. Our Tracer could be trying to hang out over here. Our Tracer cannot be in here. This is not okay. No. Because this is the same sight line as this. And Tracer is a flanker. If Tracer wants to play on this sight line, Tracer should instead be McCree. Or even Soldier. Any of those heroes are going to be better at going, I'm shooting in this direction, than Tracer is. Tracer has to be on flanks. Soldier can be on flanks. Soldier likes to be on flanks. Tracer has to be on flanks. Good. I'm glad we had this talk. I love it. We're going on a flank. Better late than never. But honestly, this is what you want to do. I don't love that you guys are taking the fight here, but I am really happy that you are taking this flank. Because you haven't been flanking enough. And when you have been flanking, you've been going from the front and like double blinking past them and then turning around and not having any blink so you can't stay in the fight. So like, go up the angles. Leave, leave. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. They're all looking at you. So, you can't force this win. You probably feel like you're in this situation where my team never does anything, I have to be able to go in and 1v6 to carry. I promise your team is better than you think. Your team might not be very good. Your past teams might not be very good. I promise they're not as bad as you think. You do not actually have to 1v6. Even if your teammates are really, really bad, you have to use them as distractions. You have to. You cannot go in here and 1v5 them, 1v6 them when they're all looking at you. It's just not going to work. What you can do is potentially walk into 5 people when 4 of those people or 5 of those people are looking at your teammates. Even if you think your teammates are being useless over here, you need to do it when your teammates are a credible threat. You need to come in at the angle when your teammates are a credible threat. You were here, they all saw you, and of course, a bunch of them are going to turn to deal with you. You have to, even if your teammates are worthless, you have to let them at least appear to be a threat that you take advantage of. You can't just go in without them. You can't just go in when the other team isn't interested in them, etc. And also, really, like, your team is not spawn camping hard enough for you to be here. It's just not happening. It's about right. I make a big speech about it, so, you know, the Tracer takes down 2 and his team cleans it up. I'm glad it worked out. Like, I legit am. Totally undercuts everything I said. I'm glad it worked out for him, though. what I said wasn't wrong, but hey.
Helden sterben nicht.
There's our justice. There's our justice.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Silver. Things go wildly wrong in Silver. It just happens. All I can do is coach him towards what's consistently going to be the best. Silver's variance is high enough that wild things happen. Little slow. I'd have liked that melee to come in a little bit faster. You kind of got pretty deep into your reload before you did your melee. If you're going to melee after you spend your shots at close range like that, which is good against a hero that's not getting healed, it needs to be a little bit faster. You delayed too much of your reload. Like you started your reload, you got like halfway through, then you meleeed, which means now you have to wait for the full reload again, etc. Let's go back through this. Not sure why you're blinking indoors. Like, you're blinking, you're behind cover, you are totally safe, don't need to spend that blink. You don't need to be coming in from this direction. Your team, what you have of it, your Sigma is threatening from here. I don't know why your hog is back there, whatever. Your BAP is up here. I don't really like you here. This is sort of an angle. This would be like a McCree angle, a Zarya angle. A Tracer angle was back like over here. It was. Fine, leave. You can try and force this a little bit and then recall. No, too slow already. Nope, too late on the recall. Yeah, so you only have 84. And then you should be able to take this Mercy. That was much better trigger discipline than your first attempt on the Mercy. You missed the melee. And you have to remember that you're still at 84 HP. Your recall didn't get you life, so you immediately need to blink when you're taking damage here, and you don't. Just a little too tunneled on the Mercy. Yeah, I know, it would have been nice to get the elimination, but you didn't get the health from Blue Recall, so you had to get out.
Back in the game.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Oh, hi, Farah.
Tangle start. Wait for it.
I like the maneuver of dropping from above. You don't have the aim for it yet, but I like the maneuver, so good stuff. Again, you did 2 blinks while you were behind cover. Then for the one blink, the one spot in the open, you're like, nah, I won't blink, I'll just walk. It's just kind of funny and wrong. Blinks are pretty loud. Blinks are not silent. Like, if you're trying to hide, you crouch walk there. Okay. You saw where they went. You saw the Orisa. You don't know where the backline is yet. You're going to go on the Lucio? Okay. So I actually would have preferred she got closer to this Lucio. You were still moderately far away when you opened on him. I know he moves fast. I know he's annoying. I know he's hard to aim at when you're close. But he's not going to do a great job of actively dodging you when he doesn't know you're there. And you're going to do a lot damage if you're closer to him for the first half a clip, 3/4 of a clip, etc. before he really starts to react to you. You can get most, in fact, Tracer, you should be getting most of your damage done in that first half second, half clip, 3/4 clip, third of a clip, whatever it is, before they really start to react to you and can adjust. Okay. Gutsy. Yeah, your initiation angles are wrong, and it's what's causing you to constantly try and blink through the front of enemies to get behind them. That is a Tracer maneuver, but you use it way too often. I'm glad that you correctly realized you didn't have enough, that a single melee wouldn't take her down, and you finished the reload.
Watch your back.
Respect it. There's 2 of them. You have 2 blinks. You don't have recall. You don't get to charge this straight on while they're looking at you. You don't. Not a thing you get to do. You're going to either take too much damage on the way in, or you're going to use both of your blinks to get in, and then you won't have blinks to maneuver, so you won't be able to stay in. You don't want to be entering fights like this. Oh look, you didn't have enough blinks to get anything done.
I'm back.
Okay, so I don't mind using blinks to get back, but you need to slow down on your blink use as you get closer to the fight, because now you're back to the fight and you don't have any blinks. A blink will regenerate before you're seriously in it, but 1 blink isn't enough to play with. You gonna pull the fire alarm there? What are we up to? We're gonna take a flank? Cool. Walk. Walk. Don't blink. Walk. No! Walk! Poor trigger discipline.
Let's try that again.
Poor trigger discipline.
I'm back.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Yeah, recall being up made it a little better. Not much. Okay. Now please don't go in straight like this. Please go in from the right. This way! This way!
Clearing the area.
You should not be playing from right, behind your Sigma, like right hiding behind your Sigma's knee as Tracer. If you're here, you're probably wrong.
Bombs away.
Good.
Hello.
You can get there. It takes work, but, I've got, I don't know, probably 8, 9 Tracer VODs up by now, and most of what beginner Tracers come down to is, hey, you can use blinks to get back to the fight, but don't use blinks as you're getting closer to the fight. Blinks are dodges and engage from angles. If you do those 3 things, congrats, you're going to be a gold Tracer. If you do some more things like practice your pulse bomb timings, go like, hey, I hit pulse bomb, then I hit blink, and I've memorized the distance of my blink, etc., and you have some good target prioritization, and you know how to constantly use your ammo to do things, you start to learn how to shepherd people around a bit, congrats, you're going to be a diamond Tracer. I'm making it up a little bit. What your aim looks like matters a bit. What your reaction time looks like matters a little bit. Your ability to contribute to plans, etc., all that stuff matters, but there's a lot here already.
Hello.
Let's try that again.
I got distracted talking about general Tracer stuff, so let's take a look here.
Hello.
Yeah, let's pick it up.
Hello.
Okay, you took damage, but it's fine. They see you, so you should just go, hey, I don't want to go here, I want to go back here, and then I'll maybe drop from here, or maybe I'll drop from here. Like, they saw you, so just change your location quietly. Oh, maybe they didn't see you. No, they saw you. That's what the orb was for. You lost too much health. You can't take this engage anymore. The Orisa orb did its job. Don't take this fight.
Let's try that again.
You still took too much health. You had to recall sooner if you were going to try to recall out of that. And you couldn't really recall sooner out of that because the orb was still bouncing around in there and would have chipped some of the damage back. It was a good play from the Moira.
60 seconds.
Okay, but now the Roadhog gets you. Why did you blink back rather than blink past them in 180? You knew there was a Roadhog on you, and that would have given you a chance at least of eliminating the Ashe, and then even though you're still going to go down, you'll have taken down the Ashe and the Moira, and it will have been a good trade. Don't know why you blinked back. Did I lose my Tracer? I did. There we go. No. Using blinks until then was fine, but at that point you needed to be conserving blinks. Good.
How about a little extra?
Your team was up 2. What are you pulse bombing for? Your team was up more than 2, really, but like you cleanly won this team fight. Why are you pulse bombing?
I'm on fire.
Please don't fight with your team here. Please take a different angle. You can go up here, then go over here, then drop behind them, and then you're at a different angle. I want you taking different angles than your team. I do not want you fighting from within your team. If you want to fight from within your team, there are other heroes you can pick.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Good. This is fine. I don't mind you pushing ahead like this. That's fine.
Victory.
Okay.
I'm on fire.
So, let's get a better one. I said better. Better. Yikes. Sure, we'll go with it. So, your Tracer, the biggest thing for you is I need you to take fights from different angles than your team. I need your approach, your thought of how you take fights to be, I'm coming in from a different angle than my team. I am staging before the fight even fights to be to the side of my team, to be behind the opposing team, so that I'm pecking at the edges. Like my team is, if my team is here, if this is Tracer's team, and this is the enemy team, Tracer could be here, she could be here, she could be here, she could be here, she could be here. These are all valid options. She cannot be here. That's not a thing. She cannot be here. That's not a thing. She can't go, hey, I'm here, but I'm going to blink, and then I'm going to shoot at them. Because then she only has 1 blink in recall, and she might have taken chip damage on the way in. She can go blink, wait, or blink, walk, and then now I've got 2 blinks and I'm engaging from the side. 2 blinks and engaging from the side is better than I had 3 blinks, I double blink in, and now I'm shooting you from behind. 2 blinks to get here, wait a second to get a blink back, then do this is better. You can't wait a second to get these blinks back if you double blink in to get behind the enemies. It's not something you can do because you're already in the fight. If you double blink to the side, you can wait a second to get a blink back and then go, okay, now I have a blink back or do it. Or double blink, walk, oh, I've got more time. I'll keep walking. This is a walk, not a blink. I'll keep walking. Oh, I'm here. Now I'm playing from here. Great. Now I'm playing from here and I've got 3 blinks. Or I'm playing from here and I've got 2 blinks and a 3rd blink about to regen. Maybe I'll use 1 blink to close in on this Zen that doesn't know I'm here yet and I'll clip him as hard as I can, etc. And now I have 2 blinks again, even before I've spent half my clip. Like, that's what you're looking to do. That's how you want to play Tracer, and that is going to be the single biggest thing, because you do way too much head-on confrontations from the same direction as your team as Tracer. So, don't engage from the same direction as your team. The other thing I want you to work on very much feeds into this, and it is as you get closer to the fight, as the fight is closer to breaking out, I want you to use less blinks. You can use blinks to take positioning when the fight still has some time before it's going to break out, but once we get closer to when you think the fight, based on your game sense, is going to actually break out, you want to start conserving blinks, and at that point you only want to use blinks for dodges. You don't, if you unless you have 3 blinks, unless you're about to regenerate a 3rd blink, you only want to use your blinks for dodges once we get closer to when you think the fight is going to start. So if you work on those 2 things, and this second thing feeds pretty well back into this first thing, you're going to be a much better Tracer player. Okay, If anyone has questions, throw them up in chat. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. That definitely helps me out a lot. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what my rates look like, participate in the community. We've got some pretty cool people there. It's a lot of fun. Okay, questions. You guys are discussing Zera's hero pool. That's fine. Yes, I have reviewed Zera's Sig. It's fun. You guys should go check it out. Okay, cool. That's what I've got, and I think that's probably it for streaming tonight. I think I've got another video that'll still will show up in probably an hour or two, but I think that's going to be it for streaming tonight. Thanks, guys. Temporal out.